live because I've literally tried to record your reading 4 times. And I've literally wasted so much chunk of time trying to get this done. So when it comes to this month, make sure you are not wasting your time on energy and or people of your past that you already know were dishonest, that were trying to have you in some type of energy where they didn't want to take accountability. You're going to have to accept things as they are and kind of pick it up, because if you're not, you're going to look back like, damn, I lost so much time. Damn, I lost so much energy. I've lost so much stuff waiting on someone to get it together. And the whole time they're trying to be dishonest. Okay? So, we're going to start with your questions again. I'm only saying again because, again, this is like the 4th time I did this reading. Or at least how to get it completed. So, let's start here. If you try to go back and get closure, will this give you what you want? It's not, okay? This is going to actually lead you to be more disorganized. This is going to have you feeling very much impulsive and or scattered, because this person is unpredictable with their words. This person is very much unrealistic. They're going through a cycle right now, and they feel like, okay, I don't really want to go through this cycle. I don't really want to change either, so I might as well make the best of it. Okay, so they know that their plans are falling apart. They know that something is unrealistic. That it's like, okay, well, how can I play it safe at this point? What's the best avenue that I can have the best outcome? So it's like they know they got something. They know that they're going towards this new relationship, and because although they don't want to, although they told everybody else, I want to be here, this is what I'm going to do, and they said it too quickly, they're going to try to hold on to this person. They're going to try to hold on to this situationship. Okay, even if this got legal matters, even if this person got financial debt, even if this person don't have a job, they don't clean up, there's some type of issue that they really don't like about this person. They feel like they've already solidified, at least to their family or their friends, that this is where they wanted to go. Like, oh yeah, I got this person pregnant on purpose. Oh yeah, I was dealing with this person on purpose. Da 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 da. Even though that they wasn't. Okay, so they're just trying to save face right now. And if you go towards them for closure, again, they're going to try to hold back. They're going to, well, tell me what you know. Well, tell me what you think you need an apology for. It's going to be too much of a tit for tat. Okay, and it's not really going to be balanced. And then when it comes to them going into a new relationship, they're just going to tell people that you're unsatisfied, that you're the reason why y'all broke up, and that you're the reason that there's some type of argument or disconnection, and you're looking for security. They're going to try to use it against you versus them actually accepting accountability of how they changed or how they just kind of let you go wherever you were going. Okay, they're not going to admit to being unfocused, at least at the moment. They're not. Something could be happening in Libra season to where they're gonna have to kind of sit down and really think about, like, damn, where am I going? Let me pray, let me ask, let me kind of figure out who I am. So they're going to get a pop on their hand, and honestly, this may be a pretty big pop on their hand for sure, to where they have to completely start over with their foundation, their business, their legacy, or whatever they feel like they've mastered so far. Okay, so no to the closure. Don't go back. Um, it's not gonna do you any good. Okay. Now, if you choose to go see them anyway, how will they respond? As soon as I said that, conflict. It's not going to go in your favor. All right, there's going to be too much tension. They're going to disagree with anything that you say. They're going to disagree and say, oh no, I'm happy. You want me to be sad. You don't want me to have a new start. You don't know what kind of emotions I feel. They're going to completely contradict what you're saying, so that way they can enjoy this role of, one, being a manipulator, and then two, embracing like, okay, well, now that I know that you want me to be sad, or now that I know that you know what's really going on, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna do the complete opposite, so that way you're confused. They're gonna play with you 110%. There's no need for you to get any kind of closure. Okay, this is gonna make you feel overwhelming, and this is gonna make you moody. This is gonna make you feel like you don't know where you're going. Where were you putting this energy? You thought it was real. It's gonna make you question everything, and then you're gonna want to try to spy and watch them to see when they get their karma. Absolutely not. The closure conversation isn't worth it. Okay, let's move on to your next question. What's going on currently in their life? Let's see. So they're stuck. You may have this person on a pedestal. This person is feeling like the victim right now. They're stuck and they're weighed down by a situation. They know that they have to leave their home, or again, whoever they're going towards is not stable. There's some type of conflict here, and they know that it's toxic. But maybe you feel like, okay, well, I was so infatuated with this person. I wanted them so much. I saw the best in them, so everybody else is going to see the best. People around them are looking at them like they're lazy, like they just don't know how to get through situations. They're unreliable, they're bored. People don't look at them the way that you do at this point in time. So you need to kind of rest your mind when it comes to this. You know that this is a codependency that you have. And at the point that you redirect this energy, you'll realize, okay, yeah, I was kind of just insecure. Or I was just kind of having some type of fragile boundary and, you know, giving them the energy that we actually needed for the relationship. It was you carrying the weight. You got to get this person off this pedestal. Okay? Secretly, again, when it comes to this relationship, that this is not an option or a person that they would have chosen. They probably would have worked on you or worked with y'all a little bit more if they would have really understood who this person was or how they acted, or, you know, how they interacted in their home or by themselves. It's like, okay, I would have desired some type of peace. I wouldn't have been lying. I wouldn't have been doing something as much. Now, I'm not saying that they would have been perfect to where y'all would have got married. I'm not saying that you would have got everything that you wanted, but they felt like that they could have recovered a little bit better. They could have did something a little bit more when it comes to you, to where they could have held out on their situation a little bit longer before they feel like they got some type of karma. Okay? So it's still all about their benefit. It's still all about what they want, and it's not necessarily about love at all. Okay? Unfortunately. So you may have to let that go. So when it comes to this, should I just give up? Yes, you should. Okay? Because if not, you're going to be a part of some type of scandal. It's like you become the ex to, you become the side chick to your ex. You become the side chick to your baby mom, your baby dad. It's like you just need to let this go. There's nothing loyal about this. This person is not even a friend to you. Again, they've been doing some type of gossip and or rejecting you in general anyway. They're trying to make it seem like you're insecure, you're moody to other people, so that way other people embrace them, especially new people. Okay? When it comes to their old friendship circle or people that you met through them, it seems like they got some type of gossip going on about their stability and or their friendships, like their platonic friendships. They got their own issues. Okay? So it's only, I'm not saying they're in your head rent free, but kind of. They are. They got other things that they need to be worried about, and people don't look at them the way that you do. Alright? So, let's go into your topics. Let's start with your general, whatever comes out. What do you need to hear? You may be attending somebody's wedding or just getting on a flight or going somewhere. This may help you lighten the mood. You also could be moving. Or if you're not moving, you could be going to have like a one-night stand with someone, or you going to someone's house and you end up sleeping with them somehow, some way. And you're like, okay, well, maybe now I am ready to let this go. Maybe I am ready to kind of open my heart, but don't get under one person to get over another one. That ain't the way to do it. But if it's fun, communicate, and, you know, do whatever you need to do. Now, if somebody calls you and say, hey, I want you to go somewhere with me, this could be a fire sign. Even if y'all got some type of sexual chemistry, you need to go the opposite way. Okay? Because they could be living with someone and they're trying to let some type of situation go, and you're going to get yourself into some type of mess that you don't need to. All right? And they may say, oh, well, let's get something time, or we can start off as like friendships or situationships or whatever the case may be. But I'm telling you, they have somebody else in the background that they're trying to give it time with. If this is not a fire sign that's inviting you, it's an air sign. They got a fire sign in the background. Flip the things. Absolutely not. And they just want somebody else that they can show off to, or oh, let's take pictures, or oh, I got somebody else going on a trip with me, or oh, they're trying to trigger this other person and they're trying to use you in the middle to do so. No. Let that go. Now, when it comes to something that you are trying to manifest, whether this is a resource, a job, a house, a property, and it comes to Virgo season, it seems like something that's going to work out for you. You will have to push through some type of challenge. You will have to put in the work, but you will hit some type of milestone. So congratulations in advance. You may not realize what your decisions are up front or initially, but again, once you get out to start to talk to people, you start to research something, you'll figure it out, okay? But you do need to have your emotions balanced while you do so, because if you wrap up in somebody else, this shit's going to go left, okay? What else you need to know? General message. I'm telling you, this fire sign, air sign dynamic keeps popping out. What's with this couple? So maybe it's the air sign that's going to reach out to you, because they're determined to not be isolated. They're determined not to be single. Like, somebody hates being alone. They hate to be by themselves. And they may feel like, okay, well, you have some type of knowledge, or you know exactly who you are. You're very intuitive, and, you know, I'll come towards you because we haven't had no type of issues between us. Absolutely not. Stay on your high horse, even if you're disappointed by another situation, because this person's just a hater, they're a liar, and they're gonna put you in a circle that you don't need, a cycle and or a circle. Absolutely not. I don't think you should consider it, not even once. All right. General message. Okay, so you will still get married. You don't need to be worried about committing something right now. And maybe you thought it was going to be where you were. You thought that it was stable. You thought that they were going to put you on a pedestal, but they're not. Okay? And it's like, okay, you have to accept that. But at the point that you realize, okay, well, this relationship is ended, something is just dead and gone, you become the main person in your life, you become the main character, then you get some type of finances. Then it's like, oh, well, wait, where did this come from? Or, oh, how did this go? This is your green light so that you're going in the right direction. This is how you get your high honor. This is how you realize exactly who you are and where you're supposed to be going for your purpose and not just for this aspect of this relationship. Okay? But something with your job could be changing. You can get a promotion. Change. You do. Change with your job. I'm telling you. Some type of promotion, some type of increase. Something just works out very well. And you realize, okay, I was concerned over the wrong thing. Okay. You also could get some type of message about somebody in your community. This don't have to be your family per se, but this could be like a coworker. This could be just someone that's around you, and maybe they tell you like, "Oh, somebody broke into my car. Somebody broke into my something, and they took something from them." And they have a partner, like they're in a relationship, and that person is concerned, but at the same time, they're not really concerned because they're trying to go through a separation, and they may ask you for your opinion. They may ask you for advice. Should you give this person advice? Yeah, you can. But make sure at the point that you do so, you're not giving them emotional advice. Let's say it that way. Because especially if you're still going through a transition. But if you want to give them some type of advice that is like logical, you can do so. But just be careful when it comes to that too. Because you don't need nobody else's issues overwhelming you when you're trying to get through your own stuff. Okay. All right, let's do one more general message, and then we're gonna move on to what to expect. All right. What is your last general message? So you may be realizing that somebody is not a friend to you anymore. Okay, and honestly, that's just how the cookie crumbles. What movie is that? That's just how the cookie crumbles. What movie is that? Is that Bruce Almighty? Smite me, Almighty Smiter. I think that's Bruce Almighty. I can't remember. I think so. Anywho, so yeah, you're realizing that somebody's not a friend. Even if it's platonic, you have to walk away. It is what it is. You will meet somebody new. Okay? Something about a carnival or Ferris wheel, you just going out and doing something for yourself. And it's like, okay, well, I feel a little isolated. I feel a little by my lonesome. And then this is when you meet somebody new. This is when you meet a new friend, and it doesn't have to be romantic. But if somebody's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we can do something together. It's like, I wonder who is this, or maybe even they've been watching you do something while you've been at this fair or this carnival. But they seen you a couple times. So you meet somebody new. All right. It's not all bad during Virgo season. So let's go into your next topic. What to expect. What can you expect, good and bad, during Virgo season? The good. And bad. Okay, honestly, the good is the money, period. The money, the stability, the long-term success. You feel like you have some type of, you don't need to, honestly, I feel like you just need to switch swift. Something about swifter. You maybe need a mop. You may need to switch your focus completely off of this relationship, honestly, because I feel like everything else, your emotions, your stability, your family, everything feels like it gets stronger. You don't even see this coming. The bad thing is you have to let something go. You have to go through this change. You have to go through this transition of being disappointed and or it just not being with the person you thought could go with you. Okay? So that just may be the biggest issue that you don't see coming in general. Overall, I feel like you're going to have a really good season. Okay? What else you don't see coming? What else can you expect that's good? You're gonna celebrate somebody's scandal, but Anybody that try to betray you, even if this is like a friend, a coworker, you may realize that they're going through some type of issue. And somehow that may just make you feel like, you know, they got their karma. They got their, you know, and you're able to move on. You sleep a little better kind of knowing this, even especially if this is the same sex kind of person that intentionally did something against you. Okay, what can you expect that's bad? What don't you see coming? There's an offer that's coming towards you, a date night offer. This could be with the Libra, a Scorpio, heavy on the Libra. Okay, they're trying to give you some type of like faith that y'all can do something, that it will be balanced, and that they have some type of stability or something when it comes to work, and this could be a new start. Absolutely not. This person is going to suffocate you. More than enough. It's going to be a burden. Absolutely not. Block them quickly. The moment they say, let's go on a date, say no thank you and block them. You don't need to watch them. You don't need to communicate. They're not a friend. They don't want nothing good from it. Okay? Let's talk about your money. What can you expect, good and bad, in Virgo season? Hi, y'all. This is a personal. It's not a pre-recorded. We're going to do it live. What can you expect good with your finances? What can you expect that's bad? All right, so you may not get some type of finances. I don't know, not finances in general, but maybe you're expecting some type of payoff, or you're expecting some type of like chunk of change at one point in time. You may not get that, but you will be able to save. You will be able to start over. That could be some type of unstable position, and you feel like, oh, well, I'm worried about getting laid off or whatever, but there's a new opportunity. There's something that you're being guided to do. And it's like, okay, this is when you get your lucky break, when you figure out what avenue you're supposed to take. But you may not get some type of promotion. You may not get some type of like, oh, I thought I was going to get a bonus. I thought I was going to get some type of raise at the end of the year. Something like that you may not get. Or maybe it's like a quarterly. So it's like, okay, it was time for me to get something, and you may not get it. Okay, let's talk about love. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. What can you expect that's good, Virgo season? What can you expect that's bad? Okay, so expect somebody new, whoever they feel like they took your spot. They're going to be calling you out your name, period. They're going to be very much in your business. They're going to be very much like, oh, this is mine. I need to make sure that I'm reassured. I need to make sure that I'm, you know, put on some type of pedestal, whatever. The good news is, it seems like you're going to realize that there's people who fucked up over you that you can completely let go of. It's like, you know what? I don't really care to have any type of emotions. I don't really care to be tied to anybody. I don't really care to cry over anything anymore. It's like you come into your villain era, but it's like it boosts your ego a lot. So any type of insecurity you have about being like in this hopeless romance type of thing and somebody coming to save you, you completely get out of that. It's like you start to call the shots in your love life. I like it. Okay. So that was your what to expect, good and bad. You want to talk about your love ex. Can I change this? I don't want to talk about your ex. Can we change this to... Yeah, we can. All right, so let's talk about love future. Because I don't want to talk about your ex. It's like we just talked about that. What can you expect in love? All right, so you are going to be in your head. There are going to be nights where you're kind of up. You're like, okay, well, I just want some type of embracement. It's raining, it's storming, or this is a good time for us to be outside or doing something together, and you feel a little alone. You will feel isolated, but know that you can get out of that mindset as well. At the point that you realize that you're stuck in your head, you can literally go do something. Go do 10 push-ups every time you feel like you're in your head. Go walk outside. Go do something productive for yourself. And then you'll start to realize that this is just an emotion. This is just something that comes and goes. And then you'll start to feel a little bit more free. You'll start to feel a little bit more welcoming. You'll start to feel a little bit lighter. You will. So you're going to be in and out of it from time to time. But again, this is like a dong, like a let me refresh this, let me get out of it. And then you kind of get back to something that you feel like can grow or investing in yourself. Okay? Now, you are going to have to walk away from a couple of people. These are people that are going through some type of sadness and regret. So it's not even like you won't have date night offers. You won't have people that want to flirt with you. You will. But you also going to have to be strong enough to say, yeah, I don't want to end up in a relationship that I'm in the same type of sadness. I don't want to deal with somebody off of a trauma bond. Oh, you're sad, I'm sad, let's be together. You need to completely say no to this, because this is going to disrupt where you're going long term. Okay? And there actually could be somebody who's actually very much stable. I'm not saying that they have a boat, but they could have money to where they could afford something like that or take you on one. But it seems like you're gonna meet somebody else that's gonna be very much stable, and they're gonna be very much balanced as well. And so you're gonna understand why you had to take the path that you did and or walk away from this person. It's not all bad. Okay. Let's see who's gonna want to date you in the future. Who's coming to date you or ask you out? This could be a Leo. This could be a new Aquarius. A Gemini you already know is no good for you. A Pisces that you know is no good. An Aquarius that you know is no good. So we're getting rid of all these people that we already know. It's enough. Okay. So you can have a new Pisces, a new Cancer, a new Aquarius, a Leo that you've already met, even as friends. Someone with the initials E as in Echo or P as in Paul. So let's see. What's up with the Pisces? Can you entertain this Pisces? They're new. Not anybody that you've met. Okay. You can. I like it. I'm not going to say they're going to always be around, but you can entertain them at least for now. What's with the new Cancer? No, absolutely not. They need some type of help. They need you to save them. So they may come off as like, oh yeah, I can schedule a date night. I can do the reservations. I can do all this other stuff. And then as soon as y'all get to the restaurant or whatever, then they start talking about all their trauma. Then they start talking about all the stuff that they actually gonna need you to start to do. Absolutely not. No to the Cancer. Okay. What about this new Aquarius? No, they got somebody pregnant. And they feel like this is not going to work. They're just bored. And they just want somebody that's going to take away their time and or their energy. No to the Aquarius. What's with the Leo? The Leo comes out very stable. They may have a business or they may have something for themselves that they feel like, oh, okay, well, I should have some type of leadership or respect to me. But this person could not be a good father. I'm not saying they're an absent father. They could just be very much controlling, or they don't really take the emotions or the thoughts of their own kids into consideration. They could be very much reckless. I don't like it. You need to walk away from this Leo. Okay? So who did I say yes to? The Pisces. So the Pisces. Let's try the initial E. First to last. I like it. They're realistic. They're dependable. It may not go anywhere. They may just be playing it safe for the moment. They just want some type of entertainment. But, if that's all you need for the moment, then, let it be that. The initial P. And I'm not saying it's to sleep with any of these people. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? I like it. This person's going to be more of a friend to you. They're going to influence you to make better decisions when it comes to relationships. So it's like you meet a masculine, and they're like, yeah, not them. They're cycling people out for you. So I like it. They're going to tell you the truth, and they're going to be honest even about yourself. It's like, yeah, let me tell you the things that are reasons why you going through this, or I like that person. They're going to be a good friend to you. Okay? Let's see. What's going to block you from finding new love? And then we're going to move on to the next slide. What's going to block you? Okay, so you may be wanting to be a little needy. Okay, so don't do that. Don't go back, and not in the sense of like you want somebody to come and help you through something. It's like you want to be the person that's helpful to them. It's like, oh, well, what do you need? Or, okay, well, I know you just got a new baby. Can I bring you some onesies? Can I bring you some type? Like, no, absolutely not. You don't need to play no game with somebody. Okay, and also don't think that everybody's going to necessarily play some type of game with you, but at the same time that people are being nice to you or people are genuine, that don't mean that they're going to be your person, right? So you don't have to automatically assume like, okay, this is a genuine person, this is a good person, let me marry them. Like, no, you don't have to settle down with the first good person you meet either. Okay, so people are going to look at you like eye candy. People are going to want to impress you or do stuff with you, and you're like, okay, well, sure, but I want to be demanding. I want to make sure that I find a good one. Relax, okay? Because this is going to force you in this like needy, I want something now, and this is going to highlight some type of past trauma. So accept new people, allow people to kind of treat you, learn who you are and or what you like in people before you try to rush to find who's my match tomorrow, okay? Because it's going to come off like an addiction, and people are going to look at you like you toxic. All right, so we didn't do your love ex, but we did love new. Let's go to your next topic. All right, you want to do a timeline question. Let's do timelines. Okay, give me the timeline for things that's going on. All right, so something's definitely going to happen when you least expect it. We'll check and see what that is soon. All right, so September of this year is going to be important to you. We definitely talked about somebody being pregnant. 6 months is going to be important. Aquarius season and a Saturday in Aquarius season. What's going on in September? You may be reflecting on some type of wounds. You also may be reflecting on like where you are in your space in the world and where you want to go. You also could be celebrating in September. There's going to be some type of passion or just something that you're like, you know what, I'm just going to try it. I'm going to do it. I don't really care. Like, I'm not doing it for money. I'm not really doing it for a reason. I'm just going to do something just because. And then somehow this leads you to some type of creative opportunity, or this leads you to something that's like, oh, this is fun. Okay, so you somehow celebrate something even just for yourself or by yourself. Now, there could be somebody that's in and out of your life. This person could be very much emotional. They could be trying to come back towards you in September as well. They're going to try to like, oh, let's have some type of new relationship, or let's try this more than just like a Netflix and chill thing. No, this person's emotionally immature. They're not really trying to invest in nothing. They're blocked when it comes to something being balanced for them. They're not really going to accept accountability either, and they're going to put you in your head. Who is this that you need to walk away from? September. Somebody that knows the person that you're walking away from could also approach you. This could be someone with the initial D, first, middle, or last. Who is the person that knows the person that you're walking away from? This could be someone with the initial X or B as in boy. Why are they approaching you? Why is this friend approaching you? They're friends with the person that you need to walk away from. They're going to feel like at the point that they come towards you, they're going to feel like you've moved on, that you've accepted something about someone. They're like, okay, well, since you know that this person is very organized, or you know that this person has some type of perception of who they are or what they're trying to do when it comes to this relationship, you should come be with me. They're going to tell you that they'll make you feel warm. They'll make you feel attractive. This person's lying. They're trying, okay. Are they actual friend? They're not even a friend. Do they think they're a friend? Yeah, from time to time. Okay, so this could be a coworker of the person that you're walking away from. They know your person somehow, some way. They done did something with them. They go to the same gym. They do something together somehow, some way. At the point that they come towards you, they're going to realize that you've already walked away from this person and that you're recovering. They're going to want to confuse the person that you're walking away from now by being with you. It's drama. You don't need it. Absolutely not. Okay, at the point that you be like, wait, how do you know them? Because they're going to say something. It's going to be like, well, how would you know that information? That's how you know that they know them. Walk away. All right? What's happening in 6 months from now? So anything that you feel like is not really reliable, or anything that you feel like is boring, or something that's just not giving you some type of resistance, something that's not giving you some type of favor, you're going to realize that this is it's moving forward now. You get some type of progress. Something is changing. You'll go through a negative cycle within the next 6 months. A negative cycle? Uh-oh, wait, what's the negative cycle? So you're going through some type of transition when it comes to your boundaries. And this may include a friend. You're going to want to save somebody. You're going to want to say, is this platonic? This is somebody of the same sex. So you're going to want to save them. They're going to go through some type of insecurity, or they're going to go through something where they feel very much overwhelmed, and they're going to feel like you can help them. And honestly, you may be able to. And you're like, okay, well, only thing I got to do is forgive them for some type of bullshit. Only thing I got to do is forgive and move on. I'm okay now. I can help them. You don't need to help them, because this is going to make you go through a negative cycle. They could be reaching out to you in the next 6 months. They've been trying to lay some type of foundation. They've been trying to move forward when it comes to a business, but they feel like they hit some type of hard rock. They hit some type of some type of stagnation, and they don't know where to go from here. And now they're starting to detach. Is this giving what I'm thinking? Okay, can I say this? It's given somebody's gonna want to, and this is y'all not connected right now. You've already walked away from them. They're going to think about where they are in life and if they want to continue their life. I'll say it that way. And maybe you think that you can come in and save them, and maybe you can provide a resource, or you go and like, hey, I can tell you who you can call, or but you can't help them get to where they need to go. I'll say it that way. Because it's going to put you in a negative cycle. It's going to make you spiral into something that you don't need to spiral into. Text me if you don't understand what that means. Okay, Aquarius season. So by Aquarius season, what's happening? Okay, so any type of restlessness, any type of like exhaustion that you feel mentally, emotionally, all of that, it goes away. All right, you leave it behind. It seems like at this point you have some type of clear mind about who you are. You're able to communicate very well. It seems like you're building your own community. You have people that you can bounce things off of. From time to time, you get in your head about how something is going to end, or kind of what's next when you feel a little stuck. But then you know how to control it. Everything kind of alleviates for you any type of pressure by Aquarius season. All right. That friend, that past friend, that may be a point in your life where you're just kind of like, wow, I don't know. Okay, because maybe that kind of catch you off guard for sure. And maybe you don't even know that this person is still kind of watching you at this point. But don't overwork yourself, okay? Maybe they know that they got themselves in some type of issue or a health issue, and there's just something, and not necessarily saying STD, right? Let's say this is somebody that went and got surgery. They went and got their body done, and something is off. Something is completely wrong, and they know it. And it's like, okay, well, my job fucked up. I never had kids, or I never did this, and I never did that, and I done went and betrayed you, and then now my body, and there's things that's going on with them, and it's just making them feel very much overwhelmed. Okay, we'll leave it there. All right, let's move on. Your last topic is what's hidden. And then we'll do your confirmations and wrap this up. What don't you see coming? So you're going to recover more than enough. So any kind of sadness that you feel, anything that you feel like kind of weighs you down from day to day, you will find peace. You will kind of accept this, and you will be more than emotionally satisfied again. You will have some type of comfort and or some type of confidence. If you feel like there's some type of financial issue or some type of lack of stability that you don't see coming, it seems like you'll know when to make a decision, or there's going to be some type of spirit team that helps you figure out where you need to go. All right. You also may need to stop worried about, okay, well, who's the person that I need to be paranoid about, or who's going to betray me next? Like, you may think like, okay, can I trust this friend as soon as I meet them? Is this somebody I can have a relationship with? You need to get that out your head. Okay. There's something that you're obsessed with because of like the relationship that you've had in the past. So you don't see being able to let that go. That will allow you to do so. You're going to be more sensitive when it comes to other people. I like it. You're also going to be releasing some type of limiting beliefs about yourself, about where you can go and how something's going to expand for you, or what's next. It's like, oh, I can't move out of my city. I can't move out of my state, or I don't know anybody, or there's some type of limiting belief you're holding yourself back towards. You're going to travel, or you are going to be able to move forward. Someone could be living with a family member. If you're living with a family member, that could be some type of arguments, and or again, somebody's moving. Any type of conflict, that's going to be balanced out as well. You may not see that coming. Because you may feel like, no, there's just too much issues. Like, I'm just trying to ignore this person. I'm just trying to, like, we're on eggshells, and I'm just trying to keep the peace. Something's going to be resolved there. Honestly, it seems like it gets good for you, but you do have to leave this person alone. You also could be desiring a new job or some type of foundation or some type of skill to grow. You could be learning something or going back to school. But I feel like this is like all coming after you leave somebody who's manipulative. It is. Okay? Because you have to decide to trust yourself. Anything else you don't see coming? There could be this earth sign that's coming around you. And maybe they're going to tell you exactly what they want. They're going to tell you exactly like, oh, well, you're the dream ideal person, but they're lying. Okay? Do not open your heart up to this person, because they're going to make themselves seem better than what they are. You're going to end up right back in the cycle. You are going to get a yes to something. What are you going to get a yes to? Something that you want. You've been manifesting something. I don't know if you did something under the moon or you just been asking for something and you've been waiting on a change. You will get a yes. Luck is on your side and you don't see this coming either. Okay? When it comes to you opening your heart, this could be to someone who's stable. This person could have some type of fear of their own and they may share this with you. They may share how like they're able to like ground themselves or get back to ground zero. And you may end up start doing this as well. Especially whenever you feel like you're going through a challenge. So it's like you meet new people, you meet new friends, or you build your own community just by leaving this one person. I like it. All right, let's go to your confirmations. Confirmation message. Welcome to the good life. Okay, cool. There could be an air sign around you that's wanting to creep with you, or they want to see if you want to sleep with them. Be careful when it comes to this. All right. If there's a manager at your job that's doing a little too much, put your boundaries up to them because they're going to end up getting locked out of their job or there's going to be some type of issue. Don't let somebody make you feel like, oh, well, I got to do this because of who they are. No, it's giving toxic manager. Okay, the leverage will shift. Leo, what's going on with this Leo? Or next Leo season. If this is a person. Okay, so it seems like they have some type of positivity to them right now. They feel happy, but right now they also know that there's something that's coming that they got to walk away from. So it's like they're in a really good mood. Everything feels pretty smooth sailing. Everything feels easy. But they know like, okay, I'm about to get laid off. Or I know I have to leave this apartment. Or I know that there's something that they have to walk away from that's going to change their perspective. So you may have to be extra balanced and or extra intentional with how you interact with this person. Because the way that they act, it's just like you need to go sit in the corner. Or you need to go do something for yourself. Or you just need time to yourself. And you may need to give them that even without telling them. Okay? All right, so you will have some type of thriving love after you reflect on yourself. There is someone that's living a double life. Who is this? This could be a Gemini, a Virgo, and or a Pisces, okay? You need to say no to them. You already know the air and the earth sign. You need to say no to this this Pisces as well. Let's see, was this Pisces old? Because it didn't come out new. Are they old? Yeah, they are. They're going through some type of issue right now. And they feel like, okay, well, I can go through this and still offer somebody some type of love, but I can give them small potatoes. It's going to lead you into some type of issue. They don't want to get married. They're just trying to get out of something for themselves. It's like somebody, I'm not going to say they're a homosexual where they need a house, but they need something. So that's why they're trying to offer you something. So no. Something about a gold dress could be important, whether you're like online and you're like, oh, I really like this, let me save this. Or you have a gold dress and you're like, I haven't worn this in a while. Something about a gold dress could be important. There could be a work shutdown. Who's going through the work shutdown? This could be a Libra. Heavy on a Libra. Maybe they're trying to recover right now. They may seem a little withdrawn. They may be trying to reflect on, kind of what they want to do next or going forward. This person may apologize to you for trying to cause some type of issue, or maybe they're a coworker and they're like, okay, well, I know I caused some type of change up within our team or something is different. They're going to apologize for it. They're going to tell you that they were distracted at the point that this happened or whatever. It's like, well, I'm sorry that this is all my fault kind of thing. You're just like, yeah, okay. Hold out. Somebody's going to send you a message. Who's going to send you a message? This is going to be a Taurus. Should you respond? The intentions are there. The intentions are good. The execution is not. I'll say it that way. So it's up to you. If you feel like, okay, well, I'm a little scattered, I'm a little frustrated, and, sure, I want to do something to get me out of some type of energy, and you feel like this is what you want to do, the possibility is there. Is it going to last long term? Absolutely not. It's not. Because they're not fully ready for whatever they're going to ask you for. Okay, confirmations. And let's wrap this up. It's giving not this one, but that one. So you could be picking out something, or it's like, well, that's not really what I want. You may have to be very particular about what you're asking for. Okay. Okay. This week could be important. Some type of trust is broken. Okay. Some type of glass could get broken. Be careful when you're walking or stepping. Double take. So you may have to look back at something, and or somebody's gonna really catch you off guard. I'm cheering for you, and so are your ancestors. Again, we know about this pregnancy. If this is not you, we know, we already understand about what's going on, but just don't, I don't want you stalking anybody. I don't want you like, oh, well, let me just go and look, let me go and, no, even if they put themselves like, oh, we're going on a trip or we're going to go do something, you don't need to stalk them, okay? Now, if this is somebody that invites you on a trip, be careful about going, because then you can come back pregnant, okay? Is this something that you want to do? Coming back pregnant? You'll be open to it. It's kind of like, well, damn, okay, well, I'm in my head by it, but shit, I mean, okay, let me figure out how I can adjust. So it may just happen a little quicker than you want, and you may try to feel like a victim a little bit somehow, some way. If they don't, just be careful with that. So if you go on a road trip with somebody, lock it all the way down, plan. Y'all need to have some type of agreement. I'll say it that way. Okay? Because you may not like how it feels if you don't. What's with this earth and water sign relationship? It's not it, okay? So if an earth sign trying to come towards you, I'm telling you, oh, be patient. Oh, yes, we can do something. I have this bright idea. They're trying to get you hooked for something. It's not it, okay? Let it go.